Hey everybody, it's Trevor here with the channel where every day is range day. And this week we've got another range day loadout video. We're going to be taking a look through my very own Glock 19 project. Let's check it out. And just a disclaimer before we get started with this video, we're not sponsored by any of the companies. I purchased everything with my own money. Nothing was sent to us or anything like that. And of course, we're clear. Now to get started with the project build we got here, I'm just going to spend a quick second going over the base platform of the gun, which is of course a Glock 19, and then we'll go into the different upgrades and accessories basically from the bottom up. Now to get started, the base gun that I got was a Gen 5 Glock 19. Double stack 9mm pistols are pretty popular these days, and I landed on the Glock by basically just going to the local range, renting a bunch of different 9mm handguns, and just shooting a couple boxes through them. It's a great way to figure out what you like and don't like without spending too much money, and at the end of that process I decided on the Glock 19 here. From there I had it stocked for quite a while, and a lot of it still is stock, at least on the inside. All of the internals, the trigger, some of the controls like the mag release, and the slide lock are all stock, the barrel stock, springs are all stock, things like that. The only thing there that I would consider potentially upgrading in the future is the trigger. Not that I'm unhappy with the stock Glock trigger, but I did shoot Mac's new SIG pistol with a flat face trigger, and I gotta say, that's the ticket right there. So if you have any recommendations for a decent flat faced Glock trigger, let me know down below in the comments and I'll be sure to check it out. Otherwise, the rest of the internals are all stock, and everything else that I've added that you can see here is mostly external, except for the slide, which is kind of half and half really. So starting from the bottom of the gun and working our way up, I don't have any sort of stippling or texturing done to the frame of the gun, but I did add the pro granulate grip tape material from Talon Grips. I started looking for something like this after a particularly hot range day where my hands were getting a little sweaty and the grip was kind of slipping around in my hands towards the end of the day, and I wanted something that added just a little bit more bite for my hands to grab onto without spending a ton of money and without being too aggressive, because I do carry this every day in the appendix position, and the grip here does tend to rub against my stomach, and I don't want to be sanding off my skin every couple days. After a quick look around, the pro granulate material from Talon Grips seemed to be just the ticket, and I've been super happy with it so far. It's a nice happy medium between just a stock grip or just a slick rubber grip, and then like some of the sandpaper grip tape that you see. And it also didn't cost $1 million like a stipple job could do. That's just not something that I really needed to get done. I didn't need that big of a change. And the grip tape has proven to be a solid and so far reliable solution to that issue. It's held up great so far after just about a year now, and it adds the perfect amount of grip to the gun to help me get just a bit better purchase without tearing my skin up when I'm actually carrying it concealed. From there, the next thing up on the weapon is of course the weapon light that you can see here. This is pretty new to me actually. It's the most recent upgrade that I've got for the project here, and that is the Enforce Wild 2 weapon light. I just did a first impressions and overview video of this light a couple weeks ago, so be sure to check that out on the channel if you want some more details. But in general, the Wild 2 is the newest weapon light from Enforce that is in the full-size 1000 lumen class of weapon lights, similar to a Surefire X300 or Streamlight TLR1 HL. It's got a pretty slick design to it, and the body is made completely out of 6061 T6 aluminum. Again, it is 1000 lumens and also 26,000 candela, which is significantly higher than any of the other options on the market, which results in an incredibly intense hot spot in the beam. Pretty happy with it so far, and I don't have any doubts to its reliability going forward in the future. Next thing up from the weapon light is of course the slide. We've had a couple questions about this and some comments on YouTube, and we also did a video about the particular slide work done by JagerWorks. Again, we're not sponsored by JagerWorks, but they have done a phenomenal job on this slide. They do great machine work, great quality. It can be a little expensive based on what you get done, but you definitely get what you pay for, and I am super happy with the job they did. Going into the actual work that got done on the slide itself, I did two main things. The first thing was the optics cut for the hollow sun that you can see here, which I'll touch on in a minute. It has a Trijicon RMR footprint, so that's what I got it direct milled for. Super tight fit, super good job by them. Just what you're looking for in terms of an optic cut. And then from there, I also opted for one of their slide work packages, primarily to add front serrations that you can see here. The stock Glock did not have any sort of front serration, so I wasn't as cool as everybody else doing press checks on the range. But now I am just as cool, if not more cool, with these nice slide serrations, nice and aggressive, super well cut. I mean, it's just a super great job by them. It's just a great company that does great work. Absolutely love it. Those were the two main things I got done, and it was somewhat expensive. You by no means need slide work to become a decent shooter. You can get by without having serrations and everything like that, or the nice little lightning cuts or window cuts that you can sometimes get. You don't need it. It looks cool, and I saved up a little bit because I was kind of eyeing it for a while, so that's why I got it. You definitely don't need it, and if you have to choose, spend your money on ammo and training. But aside from the optics cut and the fancy little slide work they did for me, the last option you get to choose is the coating. They have your traditional Cerakote options that turn out pretty nice, but I opted for the black nitriding. It's not quite a coating, it's a little bit more different from Cerakote, but it is super durable and it provides a super nice sort of satin black finish to the slide, and I'm super happy with it. And on the topic of the black nitriding, I was unaware at the time I sent the slide in. You can also get your barrel black nitrided if you would so choose. If you're thinking about getting slide work done from JagerWorks, just be aware that you can get barrel treated too. I definitely would have. And then moving up literally from the slide is of course the optic itself. Again, it sits on the Trigicon RMR footprint, but I am running the Holosun 508T version 2 pistol optic. This is one of the newer options from Holosun, and I've been a big fan of the company, as are most of us here at the channel. They've been doing a lot of creative innovations that some of the other companies haven't been, and they really do pack quite a few cool features into their optics for the price point, and they definitely don't sacrifice on build quality either. Again, I did a full video on the overview and details of the Holosun, but at a glance, the 508T is an open emitter reflex style red dot sight that does feature Holosun's multiple reticle options, including the circle dot, which is my favorite, and the 508T in particular. The T stands for titanium, which is what the upper housing is made from. Super durable, and it also features Holosun's signature solar panel, which greatly helps increase the battery life. And perhaps my favorite feature of the Holosuns is also their shake away feature. This will automatically turn the reticle off after the weapon's been stationary for a little while, then it'll turn it right back on once you pick it up and it's instantly ready to go. Super great feature, almost a must-have for me at this point if I'm looking for new optics now that I've had it on this. Can't brag enough about the Holosuns. Been super happy with the 508T. And the last sort of upgrade to touch on here sort of goes with the addition of the optic, and that is the addition of the Trigicon Bright and Tough suppressor height and night sights. It's always a good idea to have backup iron sights installed on your handgun in case something should happen to your optic. And I opted with the Trigicons. There's not too much to say about them. They're bright, they're tough. I have orange tritium in the back and a green dot in the front, and I've been happy with these so far. Again, they're pretty durable, made out of steel, and should be a solid choice for backup irons, which I would recommend putting on any pistol as running a red dot. They're a bit more expensive than something like an Ameriglow set, which would probably be just fine too, but I got a pretty good deal on them from Big Daddy Unlimited, and I've been happy with adding them to this build for sure. Well, that looks like it's gonna be it for this edition of the Range Day Loadouts, going through my very own Glock 19 project build. If you have any questions about any of the upgrades or products that we talked about today, you can check out some of the detailed videos on the channel, or just leave a comment below and we'll be sure to get back to you. If you liked the video, feel free to leave a like down below, and as always, make sure to subscribe to the channel, where every day is Range Day. Thank you for watching.